Hello dear friends, welcome to Trini's Design. First I would like to tell you that I'm very sorry because my English is not so good, but I will try to do my best to make you understand, for you to understand me. I would like to talk today about materials we use to create flowers and different decorations with cold porcelain. This is a place where I used to keep my porcelain. This is an hermetic container. I use this because I can keep my clay there for a very long time, and it's because if the air is not coming in, the clay will not dry up. Then it will be all time fresh and ready to use wherever you want. The first thing I would like to show you is the rolling pins which I use to work out the flowers. This is a set of rolling pins that you can find by Lidia Manualidades. They have a set of 9 pieces, and they have different textures to work out our petals. This one is the smooth. There are other ones like this one is a little more with more texture, already, so I can show you how to create the texture here. I think you can see it here very well. Another thing I used to use is the ball tools. It's very pity that I have bought these ones much before I knew the website from Lydia, and they were very expensive. This one cost me around 20 euros and this one around 14-15. By Lydia you can find these ball tools for a very cheap price, and you will have a set of 3 of them plus another one in a conic form. One of the things I use, and this I recommend very much, because otherwise you will never get the kind of reality of the natural look of one flower if you don't use this kind of things. This is the cutters. This is metal. This one I use for the orchids. This orchid I can create with this kind of cutter. It's not painted yet. This I will do very soon. I used to, because I have so many of them, by Lydia you can find a very wide range, selection of cutters, so I have many of them, and I try to avoid that they get lost, so I keep it in the bag, and I put here the number of the cutter and the number of the piece, because this one got 4 pieces, and then I put here if it's going up. In this case this is the down, abajo is down, the down side, the down petal for the orchid, this one, so I never get lost. Mostly orchid is a little complicated flower, so that's why I have to put it so then I all time will know which kind of petal I'm making. About the cutters, like I said, Lydia has a very wide selection of cutters, and for many flowers, almost all of them, as well as for the leaves also. There are small and big leaves. This one just some of them I'm picking up here from my box, because there are many. Another thing that is necessary in order to create a flower is the molds. The molds to make the texture from the petals. Okay, this one is one of my favorites, because you can here, this is a number 10, and you here have the 2 sides where you can in one side make the texture from the leaf, and the other side you make the texture for the petals. In many of the places where I've been, and I have bought already some molds for making the texture for the flowers, but I don't use them because normally you have to place in those ones, you have to place of a little of Vaseline, of talc powder, and in these molds you don't have to use nothing like that. You just go freely, push your clay, and it's coming out automatically. It's not something that's gonna get faster and you will have to be, you know, making it difficult. It's very easy to use, and I love them. Another one which I use very much is this one here. This is the number 13, and it has 4 pieces. So you can create the texture from the small to the big petal. And this one I have been using here in my camellias. I think there you can see the texture which I can reach by using this mold number 13. I give a more realistic texture to the petals. I use it for the camellias and for other flowers also. I have used it also here by the orchidea. You see it. I want to talk also about the paints I use, and this is the mostly what I use normally is the synthetic aquarelle. This is a paint that Lydia have developed special for working with the porcelain.